cold out here, but it's also beautiful because it's very clear. I gotta show you everything. We're gonna have an awesome sunrise behind me. You can see that. It's gonna be beautiful. Annie's somewhere way down here, running down the trail. She coming? She's coming. Here she comes. Hey, good morning, Frank. There she is. Good morning, Fax Prods. And check this out. You can see the moon. It's above the trees today. Sorry, I gotta use my nose. See the moon above the trees? I have to use my nose to switch cameras because it's too cold. I can't take my gloves off. It's 6 degrees here. 6 degrees. Columbus, Ohio. What a beautiful morning though, guys. Yeah, it is a beautiful morning. We got to get out here and check out the sunrise. And even on the way out today, I'm going to show you something because the creek, actually, I don't know if you can see it. There's a different area of the creek, not this part. Look at the creek here. You see how there's some whiteness in the creek, like there's some snow? Well, there's another part of the creek. It's frozen, but it is so smooth. It's like a piece of glass, and it's acting like a mirror, and you can see the reflection of all the trees around it, like in a mirror. It's unbelievable. So we're gonna check that out on the way out. You guys will have to stick around for that if you can. All right. Today, I gotta switch cameras. Today, we're gonna talk about don't lose heart. Don't lose heart. And we're gonna be in Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10. Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10. The key verse is verse 9. Oh my gosh, Annie's like trying to go onto the creek. That says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's what the Apostle Paul wrote to the church in Galatia. Oh man, look at this. Oh, I have to go this way. The sky's beautiful. Hey, Priya. Now, let me start with a story on my listeners, actually. My subscribers. I'm going to use you as an example. So I know one who has his own business, actually has a couple businesses, and he usually goes to bed around midnight and wakes up in time to see my sunrise live. And then he's busy all day with doing multiple things at his business. A lot of things need to be fixed and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, this guy's gone. Hold on, sorry. Couldn't hide him, unfortunately. All right. So one of my listeners goes to bed late. Gets up early for my live, and he's busy working on stuff all day in his business. And he can get really tired. I know that. I know a lot of you guys can. So, hey, Monica. A lot of you can get tired. Another one wakes up for my live, and she's on the West Coast. So, and she's not on here yet. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Sweet. It's a beautiful morning, guys. It's unbelievable out here. And she gets up at like 4:30 in the morning. And she has to take care of her kids all day long. And I know she can get really tired. She does a lot of chores and errands, and she bakes bread. She can get tired. And another one, She's finishing up high school, her senior year in high school, but also getting an associate's degree, which is like a 2-year degree in college at the same time. And she works. She does all that. And I know she can get tired too. We can all get tired, right? Weary, I guess, is a word. But if you're feeling tired, just know that the good that you ought to do, actually, let's put it this way. We know that we need to do good, right? But it's harder when we're tired and when we're weary, right? We can simply feel too emotionally and physically drained to carry on. But the Apostle Paul tells us to take heart and encourages us with these words. He says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." And he's using the metaphor of a farmer, because farming's pretty hard work, right? It's very hard work, very long days, lots of hours, physical labor, right? I think any farmer on here might know that. Good, Vicky. We were worried about you last night. Everybody was talking about you, hoping your back got better. So, there's Annie. There she is. So sowing to please the Spirit is hard work too. So the Apostle Paul writes in this passage, he's like, if you're going to sow to please the flesh, you're going to die like the flesh. But if you sow to please the Spirit, you will reap a reward. And that reward, obviously, is his harvest, is eternal life. Eternal life. So, even if we're weary, if we can sow in the Spirit, we can at least have the confidence and the joy that comes from knowing Him, and we'll reap at the proper time. So until the harvest comes, let's keep sowing in God's strength. So don't lose heart, and keep going. I know a lot of you do that. Like I was mentioning, there's at least 3 of you on here that I know can get weary and tired, but you still keep a positive attitude, which is really good, for a good example for all of us, you know, not to lose heart. Hey, good morning, Donut Dolly. I was using you as an example this morning, so you might want to go back and listen. Oh, the moon's down below the trees now. You can see the moon up there and behind some of the branches up higher in the trees. And there's Annie running around. It is absolutely beautiful out here. And like I was saying, oh, here comes the sun. And like I was saying, you guys it's 6 degrees. 6 degrees out here, so it's absolutely freezing. But you will have to stick with me for a little bit. There's something making noise down here, so he's running after it. She hears it. But you guys will have to stick with me. Oh, look at the sun. Because the creek is frozen behind me, okay? But there's a part of the creek that doesn't have any snow on it. And it doesn't look like this water in front of me. It is absolutely flat and smooth. And it looks like a piece of glass. And all the trees around it and in it are reflecting off of it like a mirror. It's so beautiful. Yeah, Vicky, did you get to see the doctor? It's a beautiful sunrise right now. Especially with the wispy clouds, the cirrus clouds on the horizon. I love this. I like it better when there are these clouds. Annie, what you doing? She is just flying. She's going crazy this morning. Oh, we might have lost Vicky. I'm really curious how her back's doing. That's a beautiful sunrise, eh? Huh. It says 0, like there's 0 people on here. That's weird. You can see the creek back there. It's all frozen. There's some snow, but there's an area where there's no snow and it's like a mirror. So we're gonna head back and you guys gotta see it. Actually, I don't think the sun still looks pretty cool here. Hey, Frank is here. At one point it said 0, like people. It shows the little, it has a little icon of like a person. So it tells me how many people are on. And at one point it went to 0 and now it's at 1. And it shows how many likes. There's 5 likes, so thumbs up. There's 5 thumbs up, but only 1 person. The sunrise is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. The sun's already up, but it's still behind the clouds. Man, it's beautiful. All right, Frank, I'm walking back, but you gotta see the water. I'm kind of curious what it's gonna look like. Hopefully you can see it on the camera, but it's so smooth. Annie, where are you? Man, she loves it out here in the cold. She loves the cold. You can tell she's part husky. She hates the hot and loves the cold. Annie, let's go. You can hear the crunching as I walk because there's ice there. There she is. Look at her go. Holy cow. I don't know how she could run so fast in the middle of all that stuff. It's hard to keep up with her. Look at her go. What you doing, girl? Oh, it's wet. Icy. Annie, where are you? Oh, there you are. What are you doing? She's behind that tree. Doing something. Got a stick? What are you doing? I see you. Yeah, she's got a big stick. You got a stick? It's starting to get smooth here, but it's a lot smoother on another side. You can see how this corner, there's a big, it's pretty wide. The creek is really wide at this corner. But I want to go around this corner and it's really smooth over there. It's just beautiful. Well, anyway, I encourage you guys to read Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10 on not losing heart. and to stay strong in the spirit and not in the flesh, even when we become weary and tired. Even when we become weary and tired. Good, I'm glad, Frank. Helps me too, gets me up. I am up this morning for sure. It is so cold. It is. I'm glad you turned all the hot water on at your car wash, because it went down to 6 degrees. I woke up, it was 6 degrees this morning. So, and I still had a thin layer of ice on my car. Look at that. Look at the frozen creek. It's so cool. It's gonna look even better down here when we have the sun. Hopefully the sun will be on the creek too when I get down here a little further. Annie, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I'll do that for tomorrow, Frank. I'll work on it when I get back. Finding something in the dumpster reference or treasure or something in the Bible. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, it's gonna be pretty, I think, when I get down here. I'm hoping. I'm gonna go down toward the creek. Okay, here we go. I'm on the edge of the creek. Oh, I can't quite see the sun though. Do you see how smooth the creek is? The reflections of the trees and the sky and the creek, it's like a mirror. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'll show you what it looks like up close in the dark. There's some debris here, but other than the debris, it's pretty smooth. We gotta find Annie though. All right. Hey Annie, come here. Let's get a treat. She knows she's gonna get a treat now. All right, Frank. Anybody else on here? Thanks for sticking around. We're gonna end it, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. And Frank, I'll see you a little bit later this morning. I'm not gonna be late. I don't want Kamel to be, if he is there, I don't want him to be waiting for us, so I'm gonna be on time. I will see you by 11, alrighty? Peace, everybody. Have a great day. Oh, there's Annie. Uh-oh, I cannot. My gloves are not working.